My partner and I got invited to a costume party. We are going as two characters from Clue in the movie from the 80s. I'm going as Mrs. White, hence all of the black. And my partner is going as Professor Plum, hence the plum. Yeah, I'm gonna go real quick, show you through some stuff, and then we'll get on with this because I've done this twice already. Boom, skirt, because she's in a dress. This is a shirt, both of them together, dress. I've got some shoes that are really comfortable, awesome jacket that I'm going to use in the future. I'm going to be changing this shirt, it's a dress shirt, and then I'm going to make it into a vest. Other clothes. Boom, you've seen it all. I'm going to be making a hat out of this because it's going to be adorable. You know what? I'm going to try at least. That was a lot. If I finish this, you'll see. Okay, bye. All right, this is me taking off all the tags of the stuff that we went thrifting for, and oh my gosh, this hat I thought was going to be way smaller. I don't know what I was thinking, so that's not going to happen with paper and some felt, no. Moving on, she has this little veil. I'm trying to see which style would work, and I ended up going with this kind of drape look where it just goes straight down. Yeah, that's me cutting it. This material was so great. Found it at Joann's, not sponsored. And that's pretty much it. I put a hair tie on the end of it to close it up. These gloves. Okay. This is the first time I've made gloves, so don't yell at me too much. One, I cut it way too close. Yeah, this is like the exact fit, and it's not accounting for the sewing. So I did not have the proper foot for this that rolls this material. It's really thin and it just did not like my machine. You can see me, I'm seam ripping some stuff to try and get it to work again. And oh, I was struggling. Yeah, right here, it actually gets stuck inside my machine. So yeah, we'll do that. Went to hand sewing. And my boyfriend's looking at me, that's why I was looking off to the side and laughing. He's doing other important things while I'm sitting here trying to make this glove, which doesn't even work out, by the way. It's way too thin, way too small. So yeah, giving up on that. So Professor Plum has this really awesome vest, and you can see we found this plum shirt. And I'm just going to cut into it, make that very dramatic V in the front. I'll sew those up. I'm not doing any rolled hems, it's real simple. I fold it once. The raw edges are still on the inside. So it's for a costume and I didn't need it to be perfect. But I did chalk out all of my lines, cut through it. If you notice in the background, I'm also watching my YouTube, so ignore that. So I'm putting everything in place for how I need to sew it. Look at that. Both sides done, pinned down. Just need to do the neck, and curves, by the way, is so difficult. So I go by cutting it into smaller sections and start sewing, and this is probably the most satisfying part because this vest actually worked. You know, it liked the machine. I could just sew it. Look at that. Oh, so satisfying. And then you get to the curve bit and that it doesn't like you as much. If you have any comments or tips on how to do these rounded edges, that would be much appreciated because it is the bane of my existence and I want to do so many projects that have curved edges, so please help me out with that. I'll give you a quick look of the vest. Quick view. So the button is a little low compared to where I sewed, which is not my favorite. Everything looks really good. I'm really proud of it so far. This is me seam ripping the sleeves off because vests usually don't have long arms. And a great thing about this is you can just rip it when you get it enough open. And this is so satisfying. It feels wrong to rip clothes apart, but it's pretty fun. You should try it out. And then I sewed the edges closed again. Yeah, these sleeves were pretty easy because they were already folded in a way. Like I didn't have to iron them or anything. Just feeding it through until you get back to the beginning. It's not the same shade, the thread, but I think it works. Professor Plum has golden buttons. So I'm going very carefully, one by one, painting all of these buttons. But the container itself had some residue on the sides, so it was getting hard to close. So I tried to clean it, and it spilled all over my dress. I got that dress in Italy as well, by the way. And so it's just kind of ruined. Putting Mod Podge on over it, and we're done. I learned how to make a noose that actually works. Off screen, I closed it up. I just put another knot on the front so you couldn't loosen it or make it smell or anything. So this is her belt. If anyone remembers, she has this little bejeweled kind of square belt buckle. So I'm trying to make that with paper. I made a draft and I'm using this kind of felt material. Again, pretty cheap at Joann's. Most of my items I got at Joann's because the one I live near is going out of business, so everything's on sale all the time, so love it. It was so annoying, I've moved on to the jewelry because, oh, that was annoying. And I just got these nails done, and it's the first time I ever got acrylic nails. Oh, it was a struggle to tie a knot. It was a struggle to exist. So here I am in my acting class, but I'm still working on everything whenever I'm not doing my scene or I'm not rehearsing with anyone. Looks like I'm up now, and yes, I'm going to force you to watch me acting. But it's at 400% speed. Look at that. Oh, the intensity. She's really upset, you know? Oh, look at that. Oh, standoffish. Wow. Drama. I love the little clap I do at the end because I read my line wrong, and so that was me improving. But yeah, guess the scene if you know. I can't even tell what scene this is, so good luck. I know what scene it is because I did it, but you know. A little hint, it's not in modern times. It's a little bit earlier when there was the AIDS epidemic. Oh, and then we're done. I love how I can just switch from really sad to then boop, all right, time to make some jewelry. I think that shows my acting potential. That posture though. Finished those up and I'm back to the buckle. I glued this together and we're twins. Hers is much smaller, but you know, I thought Halloween, a little bit more cartoony, it would be fun. I used so much hot glue. Look at that, going for another one. I'm going to put glue down and put these fake pearls on. Going around the entire thing. You can already see how it's starting to look like hers. Oh, this is my boyfriend. He came over. So cute. I love him so much. Yeah, and so if you notice, like, all this hard work, all this time, have you seen how long I've spent on just this? It's been like 3 different sections of the video. I've been avoiding it, all right? And you know what? I didn't like it. I didn't like how it turned out, so I'm taking off every single pearl. I didn't like how the lines were coming out. It looked too wonky. Oh, it's devastating. Devastating to watch. Oh. I used the tip to warm up the glue again, and I restarted. I tried not to use any more glue since there was a whole bunch on it already. That's how it turned out. I took off these edges to kind of round it a little bit more. And then I'm using the crystals. They're like little tiny fake crystals. I put those on the edges, and off camera I actually put more crystals on the pearls and I covered it in Mod Podge so everything would stay. So it adds a really nice glittery presentation. So these are my boyfriend's pants that we thrifted. They were way too long. Everything else fit perfectly fine. They were just really long. So I'm hemming it a bit. I had to fold it twice over. And I know this isn't the proper way. There's a lot of space on the top and it creates some kind of clunky parts towards the end, like the fabric comes together. But I don't have a serger and I didn't want to do a rolled hem. And it's a costume, right? This is me testing it out, seeing things together, but my belly is showing, so we need to take care of that. It looks so good. So I'm trying to make the belt now, and this material, I swear, hates me. Do you see how flowy it is? And my pencil to mark it down, it was just not working, so I ended up cutting out a bit to be the belt, and look at magic. It looks like a dress now. It's 3 different materials. I've never dealt with a really stretchy kind of material, so I may have been pushing or pulling too hard and that broke the needle. So in the next section you'll see I'm being very, very careful with it, even though it's fighting me to the ends of the earth. Oh, this is the worst sewing. I'm self-taught. I mean, my mom and my great-grandmother taught me some basics of sewing, you know, hand sewing a button in, Girl Scouts helped me out with that, so on and so forth. But all of the costume making and everything else, that's completely me, just trial and error. And this is definitely, this is an error. It is a trial. Look at that. I finished that and I added some little hooks on the ends, and this is me sewing that together so that way this belt can actually come off. And that is done for the reveal. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video. It took a long time to make. It took a week just straight working right after I got home from work. I think it looks great. And we went to that friend's party I talked about in the beginning and we got first place. So we got some cute prizes and we got to meet a whole bunch of people and it was a lot of fun. 10 out of 10 would do again. I hope I can do more of these weekly challenges or something like that where I just make a costume, I go thrifting and I alter it in some way. It was a blast. If you have any ideas or suggestions of anything, the next thing I should make, or tips on how to handle that really difficult material, please let me know. I'd love to hear it, and hopefully I can be making some more videos like this soon. Again, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you later.